be full-time mother or father, we have to teach online without any online teaching experience. The kids are at home, and we're trying to still maintain our work responsibilities of research, with and be present with the kids as well, and to sit with their schoolwork.
Yeah.
How do we stay
Okay,
mindful in
so,
these
well,
tasks?
I think that the situation is ripe for mindfulness because it's brand new. And so you find new ways of dealing with it. You know, that learning how to lecture online, because it's new for everybody, the expectations that the administrations of these various schools have is not that everyone is going to do it perfectly. And so just enjoy it. You know, it's when you're lecturing online, you can turn the lecture thing away and take a bite of a sandwich that you couldn't do if you were lecturing in person, and so on. You can be wearing comfortable clothes, and so on. Now, I think that we need to just be easier on ourselves. So I was giving a lecture a while back, and in the middle of the lecture, my dog started to bark. Well, so what? Life goes on. And so it's just realizing that it never was perfect. So why should we expect it to be perfect now? As far as the kids go, that I think that we need to give them a little more room to deviate from good behavior as well, and have them play with things, have them figure out how to keep themselves busy now. That especially in poorer countries. But now let's go to the wealthier countries where people keep buying expensive toys for kids. Whereas if you just gave them a cardboard box and allowed them to let their imagination wild, they themselves for hours. So, yeah, for us, for whatever we're doing, is to recognize that this is an opportunity to do it in a new way, to find out how to do it so it feels good and works for us, with the understanding that we're not going to figure this out so quickly. And that's good. That once, let's take golf as an example. So you're playing golf and you don't know what you're doing, and then you start to learn and you get a little better and maybe not so good the next day, and you slowly improve. Where people think, wouldn't it be wonderful if I were spectacular at this? So let's say now you got to the point where you got a hole in one every time you hit that ball. There'd be no game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and if the kids were perfect angels, and if the internet allowed you to give the perfect lecture, and the laundry did itself, and so on, what would you do with your time?
True.
So do you understand? So what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, this all provides an opportunity for us, that we should be trying to do the things that we're doing in ways that are new, that are fun. And if the way we try doesn't work, no one expects that everything is going to work the first time around, then you do it differently. Teach the kids how to cook. That you can, if the kids need to learn math, you don't need to do it in a dry way where you're given tables of numbers and formulas and so on. Take the ingredients that you have in the kitchen. And if we subtract this from this, or we, add this to this, what do we end up having, and so on and so forth. So what we want to do is find our own ways of doing things. And the problem is that the way most of us have learned how to do things is based on what worked for other people. And, so when I lecture on this, sometimes I say, that I'm taught to hold a tennis racket in this particular way. And then I look in the audience and ask a man who, I'm 5'3", a man who is 6'3", to come on stage with me. And I put my hand next to his hand, and his hand is clearly larger. And we look ridiculous standing together. And I say, should we hold the racket the same way? Should we do anything physical the same way? No. But the rules by people like him. And so I'm never going to do this as well as he if I follow his rules. So the point is, we have an opportunity now to make it our own, to make it work for us. And we have should have the knowledge that no one is expecting us to do this perfectly. Everybody knows these times are, feel unusual to people. So we have a lot of latitude.